Okay, you're in the studio with Studio X. I'm going to really quickly show you how to make a Teminite style noise. I basically chose one from Lion's Den because I really like that song. And it's really easy to replicate it if you use your own voice, if you actually record yourself going wah, 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 and then like layer it and vocode it. But I thought I'd make this a little bit more tricky and intricate. So I tried to use inbuilt FL Studio and free stuff to get a similar result because I don't want it to sound exactly like him, and you guys don't want to sound exactly like him. You want to be original. But this is a really cool noise. I'm going to play it for you now. And basically what we've got is two single 3OSC plugins. One of them is just acting as a sub, which is this one. Number 3, so basically that's just a sub on its own. And that's just basically got a blood overdrive with a bit of filter and another filter, which, basically just amplifies the sub just a little bit more and gives it a bit of a punchy kind of sound. But the one we want to focus on is the overtone, so we're going to turn the sub off for a sec. So this overtone sounds vocally, but it doesn't really get vocally until you get it moving. Once it gets moving with these automations here on the X and Y parameters of the effector, that's when it really starts talking. Help if I actually didn't have it on solo, but yeah, that's what's moving it around. So I'll open up the actual plugin and show you. So I've got a pack with 5,000 wave shapes in it, which I got years ago, and you can use these wave shapes as basically an oscillator in FL Studio, in whatever plugins let you. 3OSC lets you do it and stuff. So yeah, I've gone through and found a sort of like R sounding vocal shape, and then I've loaded that into oscillator 2 and 3, and one of them is like 4 octaves higher than the other, but it's only playing a little bit. And the top oscillator is a white noise, but that's only playing a tiny bit because this is set to 98% on the volume, and this one's got a little bit as well. So basically what's going on is it's mainly a vocal wave shape, which I then also altered here just by changing a little bit of the ring mod, or sine effects as they call it. I basically just tweaked it as I was playing it until I got sort of a bit more of a metallic digital sort of FM kind of noise. And then I routed it to channel 2, where I basically have an effector, vocal filter with no bypass, obviously. And I moved these two knobs around to get the particular that I was after. But you can do anything. Like from here I can make sort of all kinds of crazy noises. It's just I chose to draw these shapes over here, which basically sounds similar to the Lion's Den Teminite kind of noise. Not exactly the same because that's not what I was going for. I just wanted to basically have a bit of fun with this. So we got the effector, and then that's running to a 3-band freeware tri-dirt saturation, which is a 3-band compressor. 3-band distortion rather. Sorry, just finished work. Yeah, and I've also got a flangus, but that's not doing much at all. That's just literally acting as a tiny bit of a delay in chorus. It's not even on 100% wet. And then I've got a mono because when the flangus came on, it did shift left and right quite a bit. And I wanted it to stay mono, so I got a free plugin here, mono, which then brings it back to left and right equilibrium, which is what I like on some of those noises, not all of them. But basically, yeah, that's how you do it. It's not a lot of effort. It's quite a simple way to do it. It only took me about an hour, but it's not cheating. It's not going for the exact kind of noise that he's going for. You've taken it as inspiration and made something new with it. But basically, you lay with the sub again. And I made a bit of drums for fun as well the other day, and was having a play with you know, how it would sound with a bit of drums and bass and even some leads and stuff in it. And you know, it's not hard to get the exact sort of tone, but it's a lot more fun trying to get a similar tone that's really cool in its own right. You know what I mean? I'll move this vocal hay or whatever it is. And that's very simple. I mean, I rushed that beat just so I could show you guys, you know, well, just so I could hear what it sounded like with a beat, really. But yeah, that's it. It's just 2 simple 3-os, 1 sub, 1 with 2 times vocal oscillators and 1 with a tiny bit of white noise, both running to effector, and then that moves around corresponding with what I've drawn in over there. And that's easy to do. If you don't know how to do that, you just right click on any knob and go create automation clip, and basically, yeah, you can move it around however you want. You can get all kinds of tones. You know, from there, it's just up to your own creativity. So thanks for listening. I love you all heaps, and we'll be back soon for some more tutorials, hopefully. Bye for now.